Max an hour.
Mm-hmm. You say that.
No, it's we're not going to go beyond an hour. Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here to do a live interactive with Spirit Feather. We will be on exactly 1 hour. And you can ask one question, please, just one, because we want to get as many people in as possible.
And if you have more than one question, hi, reading.
Yeah, exactly. If you have more than one question, we do have a $35 one question reading, which will get you probably a whole bunch of answers, because all our readers write a whole bunch of answers for each reading. At the moment, unfortunately, our internet website the people who host it haven't paid for their whatever. They haven't paid to say that it's safe. It is safe. It hasn't changed from 5 days ago. It's just, I don't know why the people haven't paid for it, but it's safe. So just, you're welcome to go there. It's drop down menu. That's all I can say. It is actually safe. If you don't trust it, come to me directly, and I will book a reading for you for whomever you want. And we do have wonderful readers, Spirit Feather, of course, probably top reader. Maria, top reader. Sabi, our animal communicator, just par excellence. And Nicola, who does the biofield energy. And then, of course, myself. So until people come on. Oh, and also Elle, my daughter Elle, is going to be the moderator because I have cataracts. I cannot see the written word. But I will be here. I will. Oh, look, there's people.
Awesome. Quick.
That was quick. Yeah.
I haven't been.
It's been a while. It's good to be here.
For a year.
No, it's not been a year. It's maybe August was the last.
Regardless.
It's been a while. It's been a while. We're going to quit for a couple of months, and then I'm still feeling burned out. So I don't think there's anybody questions. So,
There's one question.
Yeah, there's one.
Let it build up.
Okay, so quickly tell me, you have a really keen insight into the energies. Tell me a little bit about what's happening right now, because I think it affects everybody.
Very much so. So we have evolved past that pendulum back and forth energy, and we are now hitting a point where, as tough as it is, choices have to be made. There's no more going back and forth. It is time to pick our path and where we want to go. It's also a lot like the springtime energy we've been having. So we're coming out of that hermit cave, so to speak, where we kind of took into account what we've learned, and we've taken the energies and our tool set and basically have been fostering us like our framework to where we're going. So we're coming out of that now, coming back into our power and sort of waking back up. But it's at another level because we do that. It's that spiral effect that we talk about where we kind of shut down to learn our lessons. It catapults us forward. So that's the energy that we're in right now. It's the waking up, and choices need to be made. It's time to go. It's that crunch time energy. So it's actually really good because it's what our souls have been calling for, I think.
It's a tipping point energy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it is the tipping point, but it is a tipping point. I don't think
we seem to go like increments, kind of.
Yeah, because I don't think there's one tipping point for going from third to the fifth or fifth dimension. But I think we go, like you say, in increments. And one day, finally, we are going to go to we will go full bore, but I think that's quite a ways in the future.
Yeah, because I think well, I know that there's people who are at different increments of their evolution, their awakening. So we're all are ultimately going to the same place, but we're all getting there at different times and different pathways.
Yeah, and it's not just people who are highly spiritual. I don't believe. I think it's everybody who has the intention to be on that higher dimension. Some people are going to choose to stay in the third because it's fun. It's not fun in the sense of ha ha, but it's fun in the sense of adventure. It's like climbing Mount Everest, right?
Mhm,
Good
mhm,
question.
Learning other different things. We have to learn different ways. Depends on what we choose, right?
Okay,
It's like-
because it looks like a lot of questions to me. So yeah, sorry about that. We just Elle wants to build up the questions before we start.
Well, I mean, we're building up energy as it is right now.
Okay, that's what you're
So-
talking about. Okay, that makes eminent sense. That we're
Yeah, and
building.
there's the new layer of light workers that's coming in too, and I've been feeling my higher self like more present than ever. So we are kind of, I think, getting closer and closer to our higher selves. Essentially, is what we're doing. We're peeling back everything that doesn't serve us and integrating our most truest selves, which is really
Okay,
exciting.
keep talking. I have a message I need to listen to.
So
Tell
the
them
light
more about-
wings.
do you give them the name and everything like that? Because it's a really cool name.
Okay, so the light wings is kind of like, how do I explain it? So over the years, you know how we have indigo children, rainbow children. It's all like a broad spectrum of a light worker, but there's another step up coming in called light wings. And energy itself, like the frequency is changing. So what these light wings do is they bring in that new energy and share it with others. They act as catalysts, and it's like I see their energy causing almost like domino effect within others, which is really beautiful. As we know, change is also hard for humans. We resist it to an extent, so it can be a little bit tough, but it is ultimately really amazing. It's like a deeper set unity with ourselves and with others. So there was something I got the other day where regarding like masculines and feminines also, where I'm seeing the light wings throwing the new energy and the receivers catching it. So it is very much indicative of just how that energetic worldwide web, we're all connecting and unifying and going to the same place. Like we're working together more than we have in a long time, which is really amazing.
It's sort of like that the tree of life, right? The flower of life. That has a shape. That's how I always see things like that.
Yeah,
So
it's like everything around the globe is starting to light up piece by piece. And I'm seeing big pillars of light too, which is like more communities, more people connecting. We're meeting more people that are more in tune with our kind of agreements before we came here. Like we're creating more soul families. That's what our hearts are dying to do. Like we're craving it, which is really beautiful. And of course, that starts within ourselves too. We have to have our home and our foundations within ourselves, right?
and that's true. And you personally have learned this the easy way, actually, that that you are your foundation, you are your anchor, and you are the one that loves yourself, right?
Yes, yes. It's our home base. And I always say, like, we can't fill another person's cup if ours is empty, right? We have to have our foundations in order to reach out, and that's something that's been happening too, is a lot of false foundations have been crumbling so that a new framework can be built, and that's part of the new frequency, evolution in frequency. And it's that energy that is so old, it's new. That's the best way I can explain it. And then the new chakra system, that's part of the new framework. And I'm seeing that the light wings are very much connected to the new chakra system. And it's like Nicholas said, it's not that the old system is going to go away, but it's add-ons. It's add-ons and eventually building that new core. And it's so that we can bring in the new world. We are anchors ourselves.
I think it's always been there, but I think as we devolved into the third dimensional energies, we couldn't see and feel it because we've always had 12 strands of DNA, right? But we live, I forget how much, 4 strands we had that were activated.
I'm not sure, but that's actually something I've been seeing be talked about. This I've been seeing the double helix changing and going crystalline. And there's it's hard to explain, but there's this new color that's coming online that I cannot articulate, but I can see it, and it's
So,
really
like, what's it
beautiful. It's
close
part of that new frequency.
What color is it
The
close?
closest thing, it's like crystal and prism and light, and it's like I can see it. Oddly enough, I can smell it, and I can also feel it. It's a feeling of wholeness. It's
Oh, it's multi.
closest. Yeah, it's like a prism rainbow crystal thing. It's so cool.
Pretty cool.
Mhm. I remember when I saw a sparkle of it for the first time, like I could feel its brilliance, and it's the color itself. It has like codes and light codes in it that is activating people. So I wouldn't be surprised if people out there have been seeing it as well.
So are you saying that we're going to have a lot of rainbows this year?
I think so, and it's funny because all last year I was seeing rainbows. They were following me, and I think it was preparation. Just cool.
Yeah, I think you're right, because when you said that, I got this distinct feeling that a lot of rainbows will come in, and rainbow energy. And
Yeah, and it also represents hope, right? And I think with all the changes we've had to endure, because it's that crunch time energy, I think it's time to make a choice for a lot of people. We need that hope. So I think the rainbow also is like a all over the world kind of symbol for hope too.
yeah,
we'll
and
get there.
also there's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yes. Yes.
So that's kind of
Mhm.
fun too. So maybe things will start to evolve.
I think so. I think we're evolving from the inside out.
You guys are done.
Well, we're done. We're waiting for you, hon. So Elle's waiting for us, and we're still talking. So would you like to start?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm ready.
She's good to go.
Camille
My
says,
cat in the background.
all aboard. Yasmin Fox asks, any angel message for me, please?
Yes, so let me take a minute to articulate this because sometimes the messages come in really quick. So Yasmin, I'm seeing your angels outreaching like a pool of light to you. And the feeling I got from it immediately is you needing to give back to yourself more. I'm getting the feeling that you have a tendency to sort of forget about yourself and your own needs, and that it's time to sort of come home back to yourself, kind of like what we just talked about, that home within the self, and to be more gentle with yourself. There is just a more of a need for self-love and to be more gentle. It's like, I think you're just a little too hard on yourself, and they want you to know that they love you and you're doing fine and that everything is going to be fine and you're right on track. So don't worry. That's what I have for you.
Lori Dotson says, hey ladies, I absolutely love you ladies. Things have been awesome. What messages do my guides have to say?
Okay, so there's already a theme. Joy. They want you to experience more joy. I feel like you also have been working very hard. Like I heard, I don't know if this is the right term, but like to the grindstone, just constantly working. And I feel like you need time off or like a vacation. You need to go and experience more of what life has to offer, and to, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but not to take on other people's stuff so much, because it's a little bit detrimental. And I think people have a tendency to hurl things at you that doesn't belong to you and like involve you in things. But just know that it's because your energy frequency is higher and they see that. And sometimes people have a tendency, it kind of gets under their skin. So don't take on as much stuff that belongs to other people as you have been. That's the advice they have for you right now.
Yasmin Fox adds, yeah, it's been a while. Ava asks, hello, Elisha and Spirit Feather. I'd like to ask my spirit guides for feedback on how to handle the communication with my person. Will it be better if I feel I'm doing so many things wrong?
So first of all, they want to say is, again, don't be so hard on yourself. You're learning, but with your person, I feel what they need right now is space. They need you to back off a little bit. And during this time, while you back off and focus on yourself, there's like self-wounding that they want you to work on. So again, it's a theme of loving yourself more. But as far as your person, they just need time. I feel like they're very overstimulated right now. I don't think they know how to handle the situation with you. It almost feels like they're kind of feeling like no matter what they say, it's not going to be okay. So right now they kind of need time to figure out where they're at to get their footing back. And then I would say wait until they approach you or just give it some time, because the person's energy is a little bit staticky right now and they're not ready, I don't think, yet. I hope that helps.
Lori Dawson adds, I took my power back. Seven Ocean Skies asks, hey, can I have a guided message?
Seven Ocean Skies. So what's coming in for you, because I saw like confetti, which to me that's either a celebration that you're having right now or about to having. So there is, and I heard a windfall. So you have something that you may be hoping for or coming out of left field that is going to bring you more joy. It's going to be a windfall, make things a little bit easier. And it seems like you've been working towards this and that you're ready to catch it. So that's going to be really great. You have something good to look forward to. And it also feels emotionally based and like it's going to bring you relief and happiness. So enjoy that. You're doing good.
Ava adds, very happy you're doing a live psychic interactive. Susie Jan asks, hello, is Heian in a relationship?
Okay, so Heian, yes. I'm not sure that they are being totally apparent with it, like not totally speaking about it. Now what you do with this is up to you ultimately, but I'm seeing that they are, but they're looking at you. So what you do with that is ultimately up to you. But yes, I do believe that they are, and they're not being honest about it. Sorry.
Doreen asks, good evening, ladies. Nice you're back. I would love a message.
Doreen. So that's really funny. Okay, so I saw your guys sitting around a table playing cards, and they said the mental rat races. So there is a need to kind of call on them more, connect with them more. I think you already do, but at a deeper level, a change in approach. So there is a need to get out of your head and experience life more. I feel like you have a tendency to beat yourself up and go in circles mentally, it's normal when we're in the learning process, but there is a need to be more in your body and experience 3D life that is going to help you sort of snap out of it. And they want you to talk to them more directly. Strong message on that one too. That's what I have for you, Doreen.
Lori Dotson says, I've been seeing rainbows every day for the last 3 weeks now, even on the dollar bill I received for change. I can't explain it, but I know things are becoming what I need.
Sweet.
Wonderful.
Patricia Scowen asks, hi, Spirit Feather, what messages are coming through for me? Hi, Elisha. Anything you would like to add, Elisha? Thank you.
This is Spirit Feathers reading. If she asks me, I'll step in, but this is her day.
Patricia, so I saw wings opening up, and it was like a mix of phoenix wings and angelic wings. So you are also rising on the totem pole, so to speak. I feel like how you're going to be relating to the outside world is going to be changing, and also how you perceive it, and how you relate to yourself. There is a feeling of a core energy within you that is opening up. It feels highly spiritual. I don't know if you get dreams now, but it's like that's going to be increasing. And wow, you have a lot of spiritual knowledge already, but it's like another layer of you is waking up, and you're going to be learning more. You're going to have this drive to learn, which is really exciting, and it is part of your path. So I'm excited for you. There's something within you right now that is rumbling awake. I'm excited for you. That's cool. That's what I have for you.
Lori Dotson adds, it has been about 8 months since I've seen you ladies.
That long, huh?
Doreen, oh, no, never mind. Lori Dotson adds, wow, just wow, rainbows. Lisa Joris, sorry, sends a smiley face with hearts. Yasmin Fox says thank you with a heart. Krakatoa Dudu, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, asks, what does W feel towards me? It's been a year since we've been together. I'm wondering what happens next.
The person's name is Krakatoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
It's
W.
Torka. Kreka Torka, I think.
Yeah, Krakatorka.
Yeah.
I got a really intense power animal from the name. W. So I apologize for what I'm about to say, because I can feel your heart still pulls towards him, towards W. But I feel for the majority is that W has let go. I think that W still thinks about you from time to time. I think W has some regrets about how they handled the situation and how things have went. But I think W has mostly let go of the situation because W feels that there's no resolution. There's no other option at this point. I do think that when you think about W is also thinking about you, because there is a sense of telepathy that goes back and forth, but it feels like a connection that has mostly closed. I'm sorry.
Lily Dulo asks, hi ladies, so happy to see you again. Can I ask insight on commitment/marriage? Any energy level? Thanks a lot.
What was the name? Sorry, I missed it.
Lily Dulo.
Lily is our Albanian friend.
For some reason, Lily, I feel like you're on a journey of commitment to the self more than anything. I feel like you're on a journey of learning about yourself first. I feel like you're learning to commit to yourself and to love yourself and to be in your power. And there is somebody waiting in the wings. I don't know if your energy has made contact with them already, but it's like you're kind of going through a preparation first so that you can fully accept a connection with open arms and to have the energetic space for it. Because right now I feel like your energy almost has a wall up because you're going through internal maintenance. But I do feel someone around you. So that's really interesting. So just give yourself time. It will come when, and I know everybody hates this, but divine timing. It'll come in divine timing.
Lori Dodson says thank you. Ava says thank you. Doreen says playing cards, darn, haha, thanks. Tari Avalos asks, may I ask how Cyril feels about me? Thank you.
Cyril?
Yeah.
There's hesitancy with him, with Cyril, but there is a lot of curiosity. So I'm not sure if you guys have really gotten to that point. It almost feels new, like it's sort of just a lot of curiosity there, but hesitancy. I'm getting the feeling of crossing boundaries. I don't know if it's like a professional thing, or but it's in that in between stage where it's just formulating, but there is curiosity there. Maybe it's some you guys have known each other for a while and it just hasn't had the chance to mature, but more than anything, it just feels like curiosity and hesitancy. So I feel for them.
Lori Dotson says, I'm truly thankful for your time and energy. And Patricia Scowen says, thank you, Spirit Feather. That was beautiful. I'm rumbling. Doreen adds, by the way, I think I have a crow's nest in the tree in the garden.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Stephanie Campbell asks, happy Saturday, dear ones. Sending love to all. Spirit Feather, thank you for being here, and may I receive a message from my spirit guides. Many blessings.
Bethany. So immediately I saw water, like a waterfall, but then also a water slide. So it's like things, so that's quick energy. It's like fast energy, like a cleansing, and also joy, because water slides to me reminds me of being a kid and having that inner joy and just going no holds barred, just going and experiencing and having fun and dropping the fear. Because I used to be a speed demon, like I was crazy about it. So what I'm getting for you is that need to sorry, my throat. It's a need to allow yourself to just experience joy and allow the cleansing process and to just go. Because I'm seeing also horses that have been prancing at the gate ready to run, and finally the shot goes and they just go. So I think that's where you're heading right now if you allow it, and things are going to start moving quick. It's like you've been in it, just waiting. So I'm excited for you. That's going to be fun. Pretty cool.
Lily Dulo says, yes, sure, it's true. Thanks a lot. Joe Fermino asks, hi, any messages from my guides? Thank you.
That's interesting, Joe, because I saw you in the epicenter of I saw you in an epicenter, almost glowing, like surrounded by people, and like you are the epicenter of something that you are creating or that is being created, and you are leading by example. And it's really beautiful. And I heard kudos. So you're doing really well, but you are leading by example, and there's going to be new developments in regards to this. But your energy is just glowing, like you are right on track with where you want to be. I do feel like there has been some pauses for you, but I just get that feeling that whatever group you're in, or if you're with a team of people or whatever it is you do, you're leading by example, and it's going to be, it's almost like you are your own catalyst, which is really amazing. So just keep doing what you're doing, because I feel like opportunities are coming in, and again, I'm seeing dominoes effect. So you're right on track. It's really amazing.
Rick Maria's 33 says, hello, you ladies look beautiful. And now you can vamp.
Okay, so now we can chat for a few minutes. So you were talking about the silver wings, light wings,
Light wings.
and I was wondering, how do you see them differing from the light workers we have now? They vibrate
So-
differently, or their
So
energy
it's
comes through
actually,
differently?
it does. It's like a higher frequency, and it's more potent. Like it's a catalyst for change, but it's not even like it's different from the light workers. It's like the light workers waking up to another step of evolution. It is the light workers just stepping into that new energy where we're going. It's just, yeah, a new level. And it's like, how do I explain it? It's like everything we touch, there's cause and effect, right? Well, it's like that, but ramped up. And they see things differently, they feel things differently, and they're helping to bring that and gift that to others. So it's like, it's almost like we have to work together because of how this is set up. It's just, I see shockwaves that go out by simply connecting, and it changes their minds. It brings in remembrance more of who we are. They help everyone to remember more and more, and to live in that energy that we're trying to bring in. It's to help us live in the new energy. It's really amazing.
The new energy, because you mentioned this before, it's so old, it's new. It's
Yeah.
sort of like we're coming back to ourselves.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
cool.
it's interesting because I felt, because I'm a dimension hopper, so I feel different dimensions and stuff. And I felt a dimension version of Atlantis that didn't fall. And that is where this energy is sort of coming from. Some of it, it's helping to activate these parts of us. And it was spelt different, like Atlanti, or like it was different, but it's that before energy and beyond. It's really interesting. Mhm.
Bethany Campbell says, thank you, Spirit Feather. Feeling the movement, the energy, health improving fast. Have a lovely weekend. Okay, keep that.
That's really good that Bethany, that your health is improving, because that's one of the last things I find the light workers' health does improve. Yeah, I know because I spent 20 years of having bad health, and it's just recently that my health has started to improve. So
Mine too. That
Yeah.
is a common thing, and I find that a lot of spiritual people have like low iron and magnesium too, which is interesting.
I think that's because of how we work in the energies. So, because in the last year, I used to get infusions approximately every 3 months. I haven't had a infusion for a year, November. So it's almost a year and a half, and my iron has not dropped below 100. So I'm pretty impressed. Well, it has, but it's got, yeah, it has sort of, kind of, I don't know. The
My iron is stabilized too, and so awesome having the Wisdom Seekers community. You guys help me and stuff. We help each other. So we do. So I found like the liquid iron and everything. But it's
Liquid iron,
stabilized. Like
yeah.
I don't think I'm dropping as much as it was.
That's good. Linda, she keeps showing me a natural form of for iron, and I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'm going to get Linda to come on. Linda Johnson, she's our lady who does all the natural health stuff. I'm going to get her to come on and answer questions like an interactive, but for health. And
She's wonderful. She's got so much good information, like mind blowing.
yeah, no, she is. I mean, she gave my daughter some ideas, and my daughter says, "Mom, I feel normal." I was quite amazed because I think it's been years since my daughter felt normal. Okay.
Doreen says, iron is used because we are required to have strength, I think.
That makes sense, actually, because iron is very strong. So I have a question then. If we have iron in the third level, a third dimension, what are we going to require in the fourth, fifth, and we're moving into crystalline? What do you get?
So I actually don't get anything physical. It's more our actual, like our core energy. Like it's gonna shift from the physical because our bodies are evolving. So it's like a lot of people have been getting sick to try to get there so that we no longer have to deplete ourselves physically. So it's going to actually go beyond that. I think it's going to go purely energy. It's going to stop affecting us physically. It's time, because reality is not going to be as dense. Like I feel like it's just going to be pure energy now, and it's going to not drain us as much.
Well, because it'll be a
Core
natural,
energy.
because what we do is our natural way of communicating, right?
Mhm.
Telepathy, empath abilities, that's what we are naturally. So
Mhm.
as we move into the fourth, fifth, where that's how you communicate, we're just returning to natural. So
Exactly, that's what it is. Mhm. So It's like a lot of people, spiritual people have been sick. It's been preparation. Like for me, there was that last year I couldn't walk because I had to sort of like heal my energy, heal myself. And there was a time when I would do like interactive like this and be done for a month. And now I'm fine after because my body is adjusting to that new wave, the frequency, and returning back to the natural state. So
Yeah, and it's amazing that we think we're natural and we keep evolving. I think it's amazing.
Mhm.
Doreen adds, heard the best form of iron does come from animal-based stuff. According to evolution, we didn't grow a big brain until we started eating meat. So take that how you want.
And canines.
Bethany Campbell says, hey, iron, beef hearts. Patricia says, Spirit Feather, that is right. I try to help people be who they are. You are amazing and evolving so much. Okay, keep vamping.
Yes, and this is where we're going to do a little bit of self-patting on the back. Spirit and I, we work together a lot. We do something we call leverage. I call it leverage, and Spirit agrees with me, basically. And what we do is we find a problem, spiritual problem, whatever, and we go in and we talk about it, and the energy goes down below and it pushes it up. And Spirit Feather has done so much of this that she is now, I would say right now, she's on the pinnacle of the spiritual evolution. And the reason I say that is she gets brand new, up to the minute information that is usually brought in by people who have been doing this for years and years and years, channeling information. So I'm very proud of her.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's something that we're going to be bringing on too, is that I'm going to be doing a channeling for the collective once every other week. Which ties into that.
No, once a month.
Wait, once a month? Okay.
Because you said you wanted to do an interactive once a month, and
yes, yeah, and to space out my energy a little bit. Yeah.
Keep vamping.
Okay, I thought, yeah.
No, keep vamping.
Okay, so we're vamping. I love vamping because that's one of the things I do best is just talk. It always amazes me, honestly, when we get on here and we have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we always have something to fill the space with. But on the stuff that you can talk about that isn't really personal, tell me a little bit about how you've evolved in the last year. And it has been a year that we started.
Gosh, it was, and it was like I talked about earlier, it started with me becoming very ill. It was to the point where like I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand, I had to just lay in bed. And that was my physical form telling me that there was stuff I needed to heal so that I could evolve. So I've been working on, oh, and we also do surrogate work too with the leverage. But anyway, personally, I was going through family lines of trauma, stuff that wasn't even entirely my own. I was learning deeper levels of who I am, learning to sort of let go of the box, so to speak, and just allow who I really am to come through, and to trust myself and to love myself and to just be myself. It was like all my power came online, woke back up. The things that I see, my abilities are so clear. I feel like more myself than I have ever been, and I feel clear. And along with that, because your soul, that's what our souls want, is to just be ourselves and shine. Along with that came joy. And like you always say, spirituality, real spirituality is joy. And it really is a joyous existence to be who I am and to share it with others, to help others.
And being yourself means you have to change your vision of who you are quite often, because we have society's vision of who we are. And being truly authentic, you discover who you are from yourself. from your
It
own
was like
viewpoint.
and it was like I was letting go of identities that I thought were mine, but they weren't mine at all. It's who I was told to be. And it's just ultimately a really freeing experience. The information that I can get now, and because I trust myself, it just feels right. Like I feel like I have a home within myself now through the leveraging and getting rid of all that energetic junk. that
Well,
was
it's,
involved.
and also because you chose to. I mean, it wasn't
Yes.
just leveraging. You chose to do this. Because if you don't choose to do it, it's not going to
I
work.
did,
Sorry, I don't mean.
and it
to
is
interrupt.
something no, you're right. It's a choice because I could have easily said no and kept going how I was going, but I chose the truth. I chose myself. And it's been really beautiful. I was gonna say something else, but I lost it. It happens.
Maybe.
No, yeah, it is a choice, and it's not easy either.
Okay, Mary, there's another question here.
Yeah. Miriam M asks, hi, any positive changes coming my way?
Miriam.
That there be
Thunderstorm.
a thunderstorm.
Yeah, that's a thunderstorm right overhead.
I got
Thank you.
forefront, and I got career and moving. So I'm wondering if you're going to be given an opportunity in your career which will allow you to move. But it's something more forefront than where you have been. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to ask for you to be open and be more trusting in yourself. But I see a lot of opportunities coming your way that will bring in change that you've needed, and you'll be able to breathe again. But I'm seeing like career and moving if you wish, if you choose to take it.
Patricia Stone says this is so needed in the world today, and Miriam M adds, glad to see you ladies. That.
And we get to vamp again.
Uh-huh.
So one of the things that I found,
One of the things that you found.
I just saw it move. One of the things I found really interesting was you're talking about the stellenium energy and the stellenium people. What I found was really interesting was where they came from. So like
Yeah.
almost like a pocket.
Yeah, it was, and I have a hard time articulating it because it's so different, but it's like a dimension that has been hidden and sort of watching until humanity reached a certain point, and they have sort of unveiled themselves and phased in, like they've always been sort of phased out, just watching, like they've been watchers, and now that we've hit this certain point, they're coming through, connecting with a lot of people. They take part in helping people activate that new chakra system. And they are also beings that are masculine and feminine combined, which is really interesting. So it's that wholeness. They're bringing in more wholeness for us individually and broad spectrum. It's really neat.
So does it relate back to Atlantean times? Because I know years ago I got the pocket dimensions where some of the higher evolved people from the Atlantean times moved into pocket dimensions to get away from the devolution of the Atlantean energy. So is that part of it?
It is, yes. And I think that's why it's also connected to that, like, other version of Atlantis that didn't fall. It's like they branched off, and it was almost like they were keepers of this energy, like holding it, almost like gatekeepers, until it was ready to be shared. So yes, they are a sort of their own dimension, which is really neat.
So if that's the case, because the people I saw years and years ago who moved into a pocket dimension where it was timeless is not the Stellenium people. So how are there more people coming online from the Atlantean phase?
There is, and actually I've come in contact with 3 total at this point.
Say that again, I missed it.
I've come in contact with 3 total at this point. 3 beings that are, I keep getting the word space holders, like they've been holding this new energy until the right moment. So there is there is, like you said, pockets of them. So for me personally, all I can come in contact is 3.
Okay, but there's probably a bunch more. I have
Mhm,
vivid
there is.
memories of Atlantis falling, and every time I think about them, I start to cry. So I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
But there's
these are positive ones.
yeah, and there's always more to explore, more that we don't know, and that will come online when it's time. I've just been privileged to be able to have that information and share it. It's really neat.
That's because you've allowed yourself to become more authentically yourself, right?
Yes, it ties in very much so with that.
And having said that, Spirit and I, she talked about doing surrogate work. And why did we do surrogate work?
So surrogate work is ties in with that leveraging that we do, but instead of say working on myself, me and Elijah will work together. And if it is too hard, a trauma is too hard for somebody to look at, I'll be in their energy, so to speak, and I will like work on healing them for them. So it's like I will feel their thoughts, I will know what they need, and me and Elijah move the energy together. So it's mainly for people who are unable to or don't want to. It's too hard for them.
It's people
Some
who
things
are
are hard.
oversensitive, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just release their energy after.
Okay. B's
B says, hi, Elisha, L, and Spirit Feather. It's been a while. Patricia Scone says, always be free to be yourself. Doreen says, I have to go. It was fun seeing you guys again. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Patricia says, thank you. Jennifer Schwab says, hello, ladies. It's so good to see you. B asks, is there anything Jeff would like me to know? We have not been in contact for more than half a year now. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much.
Jeff.
He's here in BC. He's here in Canada,
Canada.
Toronto, and she's in Germany.
He's got a heavy heart. Let me process this energy for a second because I gotta be able to articulate it because this is sensitive. Jeff has a little bit of a heavy heart. I feel that he has not really let go of you and your connection. I do feel like he has been sort of trying to force himself forward. But it's been very hard for him. And he feels you every day. I don't think he's let go of you. But he's having a very hard time coming back also. Like he's very much stuck in the middle right now. It's painful for him. And I can feel you guys exchanging that heart chakra energy back and forth. So he wants you to know that he thinks about you, but he doesn't feel like he's able to do anything. But he still cares about you very much and wants you to be happy and that to take care of your well-being. There's conversations that you guys have had in the past. His energy towards you is almost protective, but he feels like he can't touch you, which is really kind of sad. So he does think about you, but he almost doesn't know what to do with the situation. It almost feels like there's somebody else around him too. That's what I have for you.
Vicky asks, hi ladies, glad you're back. Can I have a message about my dog Lily who passed last year? I think she reincarnated, so I wanted to see if you had any messages about it. That
Your dog Lily. What was the person's name? Sorry.
hey, take
Dog Lily. Okay, so actually, oddly enough, I'm feeling like it actually, your dog hasn't incarnated yet. I feel like the dog is right at that window because I'm seeing a meadow and light and then a wall of light. So they're either very close to incarnating or brand new, but it feels like it hasn't been time yet. But there is your guides are saying to trust that you will know, trust in your heart, in the connection that you have with her, that you will find her. She will come to you. You won't have to search. And again, it's tough. It's that divine timing, but Lily is coming back to you. I just feel like it's at that precipice point. So don't worry, because I feel like you think about it a lot and you're worried that you're going to miss her, or she won't come back, but she will when it's time.
Jennifer Schwab says asks we're still on our journey for selling our home and closing on our new home in 3 weeks. Thank you. Do you see it working out this time? There's been many setbacks for us.
Many. It's been a long journey, Jennifer.
Mhm. Jennifer, so I'm getting a feeling of missing paperwork, or there's something with the paperwork. I apologize because I know you're probably tired and ready for this to be done, but there's something about the paperwork that needs to be audited or looked at. I don't know if a buyer is going to back out, but just take a look over the paperwork, because I'm feeling like still stagnancy. I apologize. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but there's something still that needs to occur first. Sorry.
He says, thank you, Spirit. You are so right. He cut all contact because he went back with his ex-girlfriend. It has been weird because I still feel him a lot, as you say.
That's tough. I'm sorry, B.
So there's something that you and I were talking about yesterday. Okay, there's a little bit of,
Yeah.
okay.
I tried to reach out during the new year, but he ended up blocking me. Since then, I stopped trying. I focus on improving myself these days, but it has been very difficult every day.
Yes, especially when you guys are exchanging telepathy between hearts, as I call it. But it feels like he feels stuck. Like he feels like he can't touch you, like he shouldn't. So it's hard. I'm sorry, B.
So one of the things, talking about that, one of the things that you and I were noticing yesterday was sometimes there's songs that come in to give us a communications lift. So, because then you sent me a song yesterday that was very heart-rending, but it was sort of like you were, it was for you, it was basically ending, and you were just saying goodbye.
Yes.
And
And
that would go
guy
along
just-
with the leverage too, right?
exactly. It's a leveraging up, taking that grief and pushing it out. So, and gosh, that song will be like over and over again in my head. So that is something that is very important to listen to. If something keeps going in your head, even if it's a saying or a song, that there's meaning into it. And sometimes they'll kind of do that so that you Google it and you find something that you Google, like find something during that search that can. So I kept hearing the word dogwood. I'm like, what the heck is dogwood? I looked it up. It's a BC flower.
It's the BC flower. It's our emblem
What
flower.
else?
And not only did you see dogwood, you saw pink, right? Because
Pink
I
and
think
white.
there's different colors, slightly different colored ones. So it's that's pretty impressive. But then you get words all the time. You should tell people this story because it's so amazing. Spirit will
Oh
get
my
words
goodness.
all the time. Tell them.
I'll get words all the time, and I have to say to Elijah, it's not a word, or I'll have to Google it. And before I do that though, I'll sit with the energy of it. I'm like, okay, so it feels like this, and Elijah will be like, yep, that's exactly what it is. Or Google will confirm it. So it's kind of crazy, but like in the best way. I'm learning through myself, kind of, and through my guides.
You're
Trusting
learning
myself.
yeah, that's exactly it. You're learning to trust yourself, and you're learning that you're accurate. And we're not always accurate. That's got to be something that we should put out there. We're not always accurate.
No, and yeah, actually, I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah,
that
get rid
we're
of that
all
one.
definitely- we're ultimately still human. Like we have days where we don't feel well. We also are doing our own healing. So there's going to be days when we're off. And basically what I've learned is that we read energy in the moment, what it is at that moment or the highest outcome. But sometimes if it's a free will choice answer, it can change because someone changes their mind. So that's one thing I was actually thinking about. So it's good to talk about.
Yeah, and that people
We're still
don't
human.
realize that free will is a huge part of our lives. And so, when we do a reading, we can get the most probable outcome. Doesn't mean it's the outcome.
No, it's just the strongest energy at that time usually.
Okay.
Because we're still channeling energy, like really intense spiritual energy through a human mind. So it's the filter, right?
Yeah, the way I describe it, I say the future's like this. The more probable one is right in front of us, but we still have all these other paths we may choose to take. And one of the things I say, well, you may be going along and you've got your eye set on this goal, and then you see this bright red door over here, and you go, wow, what's behind that door? And it's totally different outcome.
Because the universe will give us a few paths we can take, and it's ultimately what we want. They'll give us the most suggested path, but
Mhm.
sometimes if we want to learn a hard lesson, we'll take the other one.
Or sometimes it's brand new and super exciting. So did you want to?
B says, thank you so much. Tay Tay says, thank you so much. I do think about it often since I still miss her a lot. I know I won't miss her. But I can't help but feel anxious about it since it's so important to me.
Of course, yeah. And I saw the animal spirit like running around in a meadow field. So that means that's like right at that precipice point of birth, like being brought in. Because that's where I go when I meditate. That's not really the in-between stage, because it's not purgatory, but it's the right before the formulation. Yeah. So it's close.
She adds, it's been hard to feel her energy, but at the same time, I felt like she was still maybe here now. I know why I felt that way. Keisha W asks, hello, ladies. What does Patrick like to say to me? Thank you.
Ooh. So I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but Patrick seems a little bit cranky. I don't know if you guys got in a fight or had some choice words, but he's a little bit. I don't mean to laugh, but I can hear him cursing and like he's like kicking rocks kind of thing. Like he's not. I'm sorry, but he's one of those guys that like he needs that time to sort of like fizzle it out, go kick rocks, do whatever, and then he'll be fine. So right now he's a little bit upset. I don't know if he's just frustrated or what, but he needs a little bit of time. I'm not sure what happened between you guys, but he's a little bit feisty right now. Could be just the circumstances. But,
That's Spirit's way of saying that he's really, 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 really angry. And when they're angry, just leave them alone till they're not.
Yeah, he'll get over it. He's being a cranky guy, you know.
Jennifer Schwab says, we did have buyers that could not get financing and backed out of their contract with us. So we're showing it again to potential buyers, hoping to get to the finish line by the end of April. B adds, that's a great analogy, Elisha. That has been my experience too with readings, etc. Maria Herrera asks, hello, any messages from Spirit? Thank you. L, I sent a super chat, but it did not show up. All right, I will look into it, or we'll look into it later.
Maybe our super chat's off.
It shouldn't be because I haven't turned it off.
Maria
Herrera.
I'm getting a very serious sense from your guides that in need of peace. I don't know if you have a habit of being at war with yourself, too hard on yourself, but there is again, it seems to be a theme today, needing to trust yourself more and be at peace with where things are at the moment. So I'm getting like this push and pull, and I'm seeing you like pulling boulders behind you, like pushing so hard. There is a need for you to take a break, because when we push really hard in a roundabout way, we put up resistance. It's like a, and Elijah might be able to explain this better because she's explained this to me before, but pushing and pulling, it's more resistance than just allowing things to change. And there is a need for you to just allow and be for a while. And just to rest. I just feel like you need rest and peace right now, and then things will start moving. It feels like you've just been at war with your circumstances, and your guides are saying that you're going to burn yourself out. That's what I'm feeling for you right now.
I think you said it pretty well, completely.
Kesha W says, no, I haven't talked to him. Patricia's going ads. I felt so stuck, Alicia, not feeling I would be going abroad. But then I heard Moon River on the radio. I heard it again, and I said, I'm going to hear it again. And sure enough, it came on next morning. Kesha adds, okay. Oh, okay. He's probably going through things right now.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Patricia adds, it came on a classical station, not usual music. Spirit was telling me, yes, you are. Listen to the words. And I sang it in a pantomime when I was a young girl. Maria says, thank you so much. You are right.
And that resistance is extremely hard because our egos get in the way and we think we're supposed to feel resistance. But the truth
And
is,
we're taught that everything has to be hard, that we're taught that we have to fight for everything, and that it's not just our right, we can just allow it.
so one of the things you can do, Maria, is to ask the universe to intercede out loud. You have to do it out loud. So how are you handling things, Spirit? You starting to wind down?
It has been an hour, so.
We're at an hour, and you do know when you get off, you're gonna
Feel it.
crash, right? You do have food.
Yeah. Yep. I always get really hungry after, but I'm gonna be spending time with Xavier, so.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
So I think we can actually wind it up because there are no readings right now, right?
Yeah, down, you mean, not up. We already wound it up. We want to wind it down.
Okay, let's wind it down.
Okay, sounds good.
So
Also real quick, if people can see that username, it has been blocked, but I would not discourage a report of harassment because that's a hard no.
that was a really
Hard
bad,
pass.
that was really,
How dare you?
yeah, we don't want that kind of energy anywhere on the net. So yeah,
Let's keep
I
this
missed it, so I
positivity
don't know.
going.
yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to see it. It was pretty.
I will
vile.
not say it out loud.
It was.
It is
Okay, for the
so
best.
fucked up.
It was vile, and we don't belong to that kind of energy.
We don't want that shit in our lives ever.
Okay, Jennifer just said something.
Yep, I know. I can read.
I'm glad.
Jennifer
I did
says,
something
it
right."
was such a nice surprise to see you ladies again. I hope you ladies have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.
We're going to.
Jennifer, before you go, sorry guys, I'm getting movement after April. So, but there's something about a change in paperwork you need. So keep out hope. It just might take a tiny bit longer than it has been after April. It feels like a clearing.
So also, we're going to try and do once a month interactives, and I can't say exactly when because we haven't figured out the timing yet, but we're going to try and get Maria on. We're also going to try and get Sabi on with the animal communications. So we're going to try and get more people. We're not going to leave it all on Spirit's shoulder. So it should be fun. Thank you, B. That's awesome. She reported that guy. It's just
Rock
amazing.
on.
Yeah.
All right. And
So
thank you, B, for the Euro 50
we
and the
so
hearts.
we so appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys for being here. I miss doing this, and I love answering questions for you all. It's so much fun, especially the really exciting one with the water. That was cool. That energy
Yeah.
behind that.
I love the waterfall image, and then the slide image to go with it. I do
It's always
think
so much
I do think this year, well, it's already a third over, right? Oh, and it's just started last week, I swear.
I know time is, it doesn't exist yet. It's going so fast. It's like, what?
Exactly. So do you have anything to tell yourself?
Tell myself,
Yeah.
hold on to your butt because it's all coming.
Okay, this
That's
sounds like fun. All
Mhm.
right, so we're going to say goodbye. I think we've done that. I hate goodbyes. That I can say hellos, but goodbyes are one of my things I don't do well. So
Mhm.
thank you very much, everybody. We're going to do on Monday on Facebook. We're going to do Nicola ascending with Nicola, 1 o'clock. No, pardon me, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Who's doing Wednesday? You or me?
Wednesday will be me.
Okay, Spirit is doing extremely awesome energy with meditations. It's just amazing information and amazing stuff that's coming through. So oh, we might do a pop-up and just do a coffee talk this week, which would be kind of fun. We haven't done that for a while, and I enjoy them. And that's
Me too.
Jennifer says.
Thank you so much, Spirit Feather. We are staying positive about it. Hopefully we can get an extension into May with the home we have under contract now.
I think that's the extra paperwork, is that extension.
B says, I love waterfalls. I missed the part of the live. Gonna go back to that later.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, and again, wisdomseekers.net, it hasn't got its certificate. They haven't paid for it. That's the only thing. It's still safe. So if you want to go there, it's safe. If you don't want to go there, message me. It's Elisha Keating with Black Panther with the moon behind it. I suspect I'm basically the only one with that name. And I can arrange a reading for you with any of my readers. And they're all awesome readers. So that's it, folks. Namaste, namasko. And we love you. We love you all.
Are you gonna read it?
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
Finger that Jennifer says the energy you with you ladies is always so special. Yay, B says yay, coffee talk. Patricia's going, Erin would be good on too. We haven't seen Erin in a while. She's been kind of
she can't get on
healing.
she can't get on Facebook, and it's very hard to get hold of her, so we don't see her anymore. But yeah, and I know, I understand that, but I haven't talked to her for a couple months now.
She's
Not
been
since Christmas.
healing.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of healing work, self-healing, and her eyes are giving her a great deal of problems. But yeah, Erin is part of our troop. We just, like I say, don't hear